All right, blessings, people. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. If you're a first time viewer, press like. Over here, so the vibe, the people. You know what I mean? For all of the returning residents, appreciate your support. So today we are talking about one of the most trending topics right now in Jamaica. Andrew Holness versus his wife, Juliet Holness. Square off in Parliament.
So, Madam Speaker, I ask you to rule on whether or not the point raised by the
Prime
leader of the
Minister
opposition breached any rules
of the
of
House.
debate in the House.
No, it does not, Prime Minister.
Andrew Holness, who's the Prime Minister of Jamaica, and his lovely wife, Juliet Holness, who is the Speaker of the House, right? They had a bit of a debate going on in Parliament live in front of everybody. And it's like people started to question whether or not we're witnessing a professional debate or we see a kind of a household bedroom square off. All right, so people, let's jump in the video and we'll kind of discuss as we go along. All right, let's go.
You know our practice in respect of point of order. I am going to allow you to go ahead. I'm going to recirculate what really is a point of order.
All right, so a little bit of context for those of you who may not be familiar with the story, right? So a lot of negativity came from this whole square off. We're going to call it a square off for now until we watch the video in its entirety, right? So a lot of negativity came from this, but I must say the one good thing that came from this is that people actually took the time out now to watch. Even if it's a little excerpt, they took the time out to watch some of the proceedings of what actually happened in the House of Parliament, myself included. I don't live in Jamaica or anything, so I really don't get to follow up these debates and these discussions that goes on in the House of Parliament. But even though we should, because it affects us, not only people living in Jamaica as citizens, but also people in the diaspora, right? So in my opinion, at least some good actually came from this. So here we see the House Speaker, Juliet Holness, have to actually be correcting these people who should be professionals, you know. So people are actually complaining about the square off between Andrew and his wife when I am seeing a bigger issue. So let's watch some more.
Leader, I am sure you appreciate with the discipline that we would like to instill going forward from both sides of the House, that between points of order and what we normally treat as a point, I can actually have this discussion when somebody on the government side rise to their feet. You know, it really doesn't matter who is on their feet. So it has nothing to do with the opposition leader.
Yo, Mark Goldie does. Yo, Mark Goldie does. They look like one little child. Yo, at least because sister, yo, him actually a show respect. You get me? I say we have a bigger issue going on in Parliament right now, which is the lack of respect, the lack of professionalism. People, we see so many clips. We see Warmington recently in a viral clip. I tell people to shut up directly in a Parliament, bro. In my opinion, that's a no, especially wearing these suits and I come across like a professional. You're supposed to actually act professional. So it's like the House Speaker now, Juliet Holness. She have to be correcting these grown men and women right now. That me find funny in this entire thing, you know. Continue.
All right, it is a general statement for us in the Parliament. So a lot of what we call point of orders are actually interruptions because of other opposition leader. It is not the Speaker who gives you the authority to do so. Only on genuine points of order does the Speaker or the Chair gives authority. And for those who are grumbling in the House who refuse to learn, I have no challenge because I will continue.
Yo, Mark Goldie, I kill me, dog. Like, I look up like, yes, teacher. Yo, big up yourself, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. If you look at the people in the background, frustrated.
To apply the rules and the standing orders. So, thanks for your patience, opposition leader. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Madam Speaker, I rise on a point of order. The Minister has selectively quoted an excerpt from Hansard, which to make a point, which is misleading the House. Those comments that I made were in the context of his own representation to the House, that the necessary financing to fix the problems that the hurricane had caused on the grid was $350 million US. And my point simply was, if it's $350 million US, how are you going to finance that? To draw down on a portion of it, which was inadequate to do the job, was imprudent. That's the point I made. And to put it in any other way is misleading the House.
So, based on my limited knowledge of Juliet Holness, I guess she have some kind of an auditing background, accounting background. And if you know people like that, because I have an auditor in my family, and believe me, them carry, you see, auditors, it's not only a job to them, it's a lifestyle. Believe me when I tell you, principle and following the rules and just know logics is the only way. Them just follow logics alone. They don't care about emotions because emotions can't make books balance. The only thing can make the book balance is to follow a logical route. So this is the mindset of a Juliet. So if you even drive home her point, she'll tell you exactly where to go and find the rules. That's how much she know the rules more than these people who are in parliament for years. Which is very telling to me. To me that look like the bigger issue that we should be focusing on. For said so many professional people in parliament and the House Speaker. This is why she's the House Speaker, you know. Because since this look at interaction with Andrew Holness, I think they have been lobbying to try to get a different House Speaker. They're trying to use this thing where conflict of interest because it's a husband and wife situation. I'm going to give my opinion on that, people, because I've been working with my wife for years. I can tell you, my wife is not my wife until 12 o'clock, but at lunchtime, I'm going to say, yo, you ready for go for lunch? You go for lunch or I'm going to go solo? I can tell you hands down that there are couples who are able to work together because they're professional people and they don't make relationship and bedroom thing kind of interfere when it come on. When it come on to 9 o'clock in the morning or whatever time you reach at work and report, you just know, say, yo, you're no longer husband and wife. You know, just follow the protocols and do the job. But to Jamaicans, you know, because Juliet actually put her foot down. And we're going to actually play the clip some more and get the context, right? But because she put her foot down and talk to Andrew Holness and I say, yo, bro, even in front of them ups them, because I know Andrew will feel a type of way if I say, yo, babes, in front of the ups them, you know what I mean? In front of the ups. But me I say, yo, people are called for remove her, but I kind of rate her even more now still. At the first time I really see her in action like this. I'm impressed. I watch some more still.
I apologize for breaking your stride in your presentation. Minister, I'm asking you to sit because Minister, I'm asking you to sit. You will get your time.
Correct them, Juliet. Correct them.
We'll go into that next, member Campbell, so we can go down that road after. So, interruption subject to the provision of Standing Orders 26, 38, and 39, which speaks to privilege motion, closure of debate, and previous questions. A member shall not interrupt another member except, and this is the challenge that we have been having, persons believe that you can interrupt, that you can shout, cheer, 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 and you must be heard. Persons believe that you can speak without your mic being turned off. You are not based on the standing orders, not based on what accords across the Commonwealth. Some members, it says except by raising a point of order, which is what we use. Whereupon the member speaking, for those who choose not to listen,
Yo, you can see everybody. Yo, it's like everybody with them head down a search. I say, yo, I'm gonna see if I really think. Like a first time, them I hear the rule for real. Like them start search through. I say, yo, I'm gonna go for the article. What she said, 34 what? I start search for the rule book and I read it up for themselves. Yo, this is crazy, yo. We need more people like her. Yo, honestly, people, I applaud her. Good representative for the House of Speaker. Right? You can tell, say, anybody who want to replace her is because they want the opportunity for kind of break the rules. Because if she follow strict guidelines, she read it out verbatim and make them know, say, yo, this is the rules. First I hear it, because it's like she say, yo, this has caused the problem all this time where people don't know the protocol and they're interrupting people in active presentation and them don't have an active point. So if you want to raise a point, you're supposed to even raise your hand. Right, I guess them call it point of order, right? We can use that as a means to interrupt someone's presentation, but you have to actually be acknowledged first. You can't just make some outbursts. And believe me, we've seen so many viral clips, so we know that outbursts is a norm in this place. So yo, big up to her, big up to Juliet. Know what I mean? I commend her. Well, I like her vibe. Yeah, well, I understand so the husband and wife thing. People outside are gonna look on it. I know Andrew Holness are gonna feel a way too, but you have to understand say yo. He's in her house right now. Know what I mean? Yeah. I saw his trips go. We're gonna play the interaction again. Look at the look for Andrew Holness face. But I'm gonna play it again still. More see it again, people. Alright, ready?
Is a point of order on which I rise. The member will you. Madam Speaker, the leader of the opposition rose on a point of order. What is your ruling, Madam Speaker?
Well, you know already, Prime Minister, this is not a point of order.
What order of the House of debate was breached?
No.
If the leader of the opposition continues
the House is not a point of order.
The point of order to disrupt debates, Madam Speaker, that is an abuse of the rules of the House. So, Madam Speaker, I ask you to rule on whether or not the point raised by the
Prime
leader
Minister,
of the opposition breached any rules
of the House.
debate in the House.
No, it does not, Prime Minister. So some members who are grumbling prior to reach.
Yo, Judge God. Yo, that discussion later when them reach home. A matter of fact, they drive home. Or maybe them drive separate, yo. When them reach it. Judge God. When them come in and suitcase and briefcase drop, poof. You know what I mean? Go hear that discussion, yo. I'd love to be a fly on the wall. But people, I don't know. I want to think about it. Come watch it and I'm actually aside with Juliet still. I know a lot of people outrage. And I say, yo, them narrate her. And I know it's a sexist type of thing right now. Even women. It's kind of shocking to me if you know say, yo, most of the women actually bash her. Because like, they must say, yo, a woman's supposed to just be submissive. Especially to the leader of the country. But it's like them don't understand. It's like them literally don't understand our job description. And realize say, yo, they're in a professional settings right now. This is not a husband or wife thing. I know them would have like it. I know them would have use this as a grounds for kind of get rid of her. Because them not like, oh, because remember, you know, she's a strong woman. We can definitely tell. And them not gonna like that still. And it's just so shocking to me for no say women mostly a lobby for get rid of her. Yo, I don't know how I feel about this now, but I am thoroughly impressed with her. And like I say, it kind of bring up some bigger issues in my opinion, even on the part of Andrew Holness. Rising up like that, when him should have know. Him should have really know the rules inside out and even know if she follow protocol or not. It shouldn't be no emotions or feelings or because the apps. You get me? A lot of people say, yo, it's like them never really want to open discussion on this whole 350 mil. Like this whole 350 mil cause some whole heap of problems right now. Right? It's like people just want the authority to do whatever they want to do with the fund. But definitely have to do some more research about it. We all should as citizens because we all have a part to play. You know what I mean? It affect all of us, our country, no matter where you live right now. So people, yeah, drop it in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this right now. What are your thoughts? You know what I mean? I'm your boy Wiz. I'm out.